縄文や良い音語院古墳時代音語院飛鳥なら音語院平安鎌倉音語院室町戦国音語院安土桃山音語院江戸時代も音語院明治大正昭和語院平成は音語院いや
トリプル始まってる？Good evening, welcome to the Ongoing Radio from Tokyo. Now in Japan, 7 p.m. 23 on July. On this time, I will give talking about short of feminism in Japan with Ebisu and Johanna Fell. My name is Kanako, works as an artist and participate in this exhibition Ongoing Collective. Why I am talking about this subject? Because my life with this subject. I was born and grew up in Japan. Artistic education is also here, and I graduated MA program last year. I don't have a particular experience. My daily life is very ordinary. Every Saturday I drink a beer with my friend, and the next day throw up or hangover. Work in the office for earn the money, and painting and drawing in the share studio from midnight to early morning, like this. I enjoy my life here. I love family, friends, or kind of artistic friends and the environment. But I also have a harsh feelings to my life. I can't fit in this society because I recognize that my country be short of feminism and sexism. People really don't much talk about it. On this matter, speakers died. When I take a kind of drag into conversation topic of feminism or gender, some person look like uncomfortable. The birthdays, I don't wanna punish the guy through my opinion. I just wanna talk to you, exchange what we think or feel about this topic. Feminism is very practical and interdisciplinary studies. Why feminist image is just a noisy women or Japanese young artists can't develop these studies. Through this English program, I wish that feminism could be more interesting subject and will merit prejudice to feminists. For example, feminism is not only for sensitive person or man-hating or inspector to being you are unaware. I'm big pleasure to be here of if somebody's life could be bright in Japan or any other country. By now, I speak with my cheat paper. From now, let's start with this program. Okay, so I can. So now I'm with Mio and Johanna here, and so Mio. At first, Mio, can you introduce yourself and?
Hi, my name is Mio Ebisu. Currently lives in Delhi. Was born in Tokyo. I live with my husband from England. So I went to girls' high school and junior high school based on Protestant idea. So then I didn't attend any normal state high school. So then I after graduate from the high school, I really shocked by that the girls had a different behavior than me, like more passive and more respect, making harmony with each other. My friends from junior high school actually, when they are not really kind to me, they're more aggressive. They fight each other. So
Are they bully? Bully?
No. They're more individual. They don't make group. They don't eat lunch with me. Just like I go home, I leave, and they have a really strong opinion.
Fine.
Then どうしよう。
Sometimes we're talking about the Japanese and English in the Germany.
Yeah. Because I had to explain myself because I know myself. I don't know what other people know about me. Yeah.
Like
だね、なんかこう自分のことを説明するのが難しいね。
So why Mio is here with the speaker? So because we often talking about it's like short of feminism and sexism in Japan. But I don't have any Japanese friends which speak about this subject more deeply, more practical, probably only her. So I asked to her. So she is accepted my proposal, and that's why she come here.
Then, hold on. I graduated from the same university.
Yeah, we are.
Then I'm a painter. I'm working in the fine art field. I didn't have any experience in this field, but when I work at a company or like part-time job, I felt really uncomfortable by men or society because they offer me to do more servicing from the customer with violin and high voice. I don't have any high voice. My voice is really low. It's really in here kind of disadvantage. And then sometimes they have a uniform like skirt and
I think so. Yeah, so sometimes I recognize going to the office and the store and the man just wearing a suit, so by themselves, so they can choose and which necktie, which shirt, but sometimes women only wear just a uniform in Japan.
And they kind of recognize like the Japanese women has really high voice in broadcast like
Yes,
definitely.
or in general, I feel that there's a lot of kind of artificial sweet voices.
Today I went to Lumine.
Yeah. And before we talking about this,
sorry.
So can you introduce Johanna? Oh, we also Okay.
Okay, I am Johanna. I usually study in Vienna in the Academy of Fine Arts in the class of performative art, and now I'm on exchange in Tokyo in my second semester. And before, I suppose why I enjoy talking about feminism. Well, it's clear. I think it's pretty difficult to say why, because I am a woman. But even if I wasn't, I think still it would be something I would want to talk about, or that would be important, because I suppose I grew up in Munich, and I was in a high school that was very left conscious, I would say, politically, and I used to always think feminism is not necessary, or I didn't understand the word. I was not sure, like so many women I've met, I was not sure what it means, and I didn't like to point out being a woman in that way. I thought it's much more better to say something like a new version of humanism, or like let's be all human, and we are also human. So but I think in my early 20s, when I lived in Brighton, I realized I studied with much younger girls, I would say, and I realized that no, it's not, we have to point it out, because it's there is a difference. There's a difference in how they dress. I mean, especially also in England, people like to dress a bit lighter.
Do you think what kind of difference between Munich and Brighton? Munich is kind of conservative.
It's a little bit. Munich is a bit special. It's in a conservative surrounding, like Bavaria. The part of Germany is very conservative, and Munich has actually been for many years left or like liberal, but it's I suppose I just noticed in England how much girls like to undress or like be half dressed in public, which in generally is fine, but often they're not aware of how they sexualize themselves. If they were, and if they would choose that, I think I would see it differently, but many of them were not aware that they were just playing their part and trying to use like this kind of what you learn as a girl, like how to use your power of being cute and attractive.
Like privilege the women.
Yeah, but somehow a bit subconscious more than conscious, I think. So then I realized, no, we have to talk about this. This has to be spoken about, and as well how women with a certain age kind of lose that power entirely because they supposedly lose their beauty and they cannot have children anymore, so they lose their worth for society in a sense. And I've seen it with a friend I had in Brighton. She was older, and it very much happened. Like people were treating her differently in the university and in also in the art context, because she kind of expired in a way.
So that's why.
Yes.
なんだっけ today, so why Johanna came here? So because we met first meeting is maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks before. So I went to my friend's house and for meeting for other exhibitions. So she living with my friends as a photo sharing. So at first we just talking more casually topic, and so I just casually asked to her like, what do you think the Japanese feminism? Or
I was so pleased. First time I was asked in Japan.
So I'm really surprised because you study in the Tokyo National University, and also I expect many students in the Japanese, and I sure so you have many friends in the Japanese friends, and if you stay in just 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks just travel, this is okay, but you study and you making
how long you been talking?
Since last September.
Last September. Pretty long.
Pretty long.
For a while.
Yeah, but so she is very surprised, like, oh, you are first person.
Yes. In all she's the first Japanese woman to ask me or to bring feminism up as a topic at all.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why I ask. So we are different distance, like. And so.
質問ですかね。
Yeah, and I think最初日本の印象とかってだんだんクエスチョンみたいな。
そうだね。
そうだ。So I'd like to ask about the Japanese impression, like advertisement or casually talking. If you're by walking the road and riding the train, you can catch the topic or social gender or women clothes or culture, many manga or anime or television or your Japanese friend. So how do you feel like Japanese impression? Like
Since my Japanese is not so good, I cannot really catch up casual conversations around me. But what I did observe from the beginning was there's a lot of beauty advertisement. Like most of the things are either for losing weight, getting lighter skin, makeup, fitness studio, shaving, anything. Like it's really a lot of this sort of advertisement around, and I suppose, yeah, many women dress like little girls.
So I remember you said like too much kawaii factor.
Yes. This is, I found it even sometimes, I find it shocking in a sense that it almost seems a bit pedophile that this would be attractive for a woman to look like a little girl.
Try to
Yeah.
make
Yes,
weekend
and
men
not even a woman, like it's not even really a
human.
sexually ripe woman, like it's just a child, a girl. And I found that very disturbing.
Yeah, in the opposite, like when I riding a train, and so I just see the women and just back and the long hair and the skirt and the high heel. I expect she's 20 or younger than me. I'm 27, younger than me, 18, teenage. But she turned, she's looks like 40 or 50. So fashion is.
I think that I found it when I come back to Japan after being 1 year in Berlin. Actually, women wear the cute clothes. It means kind of peaceful, kind of. They can wear really, they can make themselves weak and cute. So nothing gonna happen in society.
Yeah, because
In short term, so I don't want to leave it behind. But in nice, good point. No, it's not good point. No.
But it's
No.
not really
No.
nothing is going to
No.
happen because
No, that's true. This is it's not good.
Later.
Yeah, true. Women wear sexy clothes means they make a cause. No, it's not so.
yeah, so
This is
so
wrong.
these days, so these days sometimes I feel like I found that the children and the small, young 4 years old, 5 years
Yeah.
old, it's like too much.
They dress the same.
Yeah, dress the same, too much sexy. Too much. Kawaii factor.
Yeah.
Kawaii factor is unique word. So before, so I've traveled America because I get in a scholarship as a grad school student. So I presentation some at the American University. So I presentation about the Japanese subculture like manga and animations. So I just presentation. Japan has it's like a unique culture and manga and anime, and but so one American professor asked me. So presentation member, Japanese member, it's like almost women. So why you don't mention about the sexism or gender?
The group went to America just consists only women.
4 person and 3 person is women and 1 person men. So this is my group. And the presentation about the Japanese manga and it's like subculture. But manga or animation have sexual expression like the
なんかエロ描写じゃない。
sexual depict sexual expression like
imagery.
Images like but
Which part of manga you mentioned? Like in the past, I don't think there are lots of erotic
so
contents in manga. But some have. Now it's
it's
more
like
they consume the woman's body as like products of manga. Which manga you choose?
like it's like so long history like ukiyo-e to the subculture and more I don't have a choice, only one. Just explain the history, like starting ukiyo-e and the 2-dimensional expression, the painting or wood printing, and bit by bit progress the history. And today many comics and the manga is very popular in Japan. Just like this, but the American professor said like, so why you member almost member is a women. Why don't mention about so Japanese comic have a more otaku sexual image like or also Ghibli is also like weak girl up suddenly appear something happen.
ジブリはいいよね。Ghibli is all that like because I feel like a heroine is actually represented by Miyazaki Hayao.The image of the 違うな宮崎駿のなんつうの日本語でわかんないや理想的な女
So director's ideal women image in the Ghibli.
ねでquite good for me. でしばらくじゃあまあいいや
But I feel like too much.
The professor mentioned about Ghibli's character is kind of
No.
違う
Just my
そうだよそうだよ
so especially otaku manga it's have more it's like a man's standpoint for the man and the man's ideal world and so man so surround man is and this beautiful women and suddenly happening sexual happening by so 4% it's 3% Japanese women but you don't mention about it so so I'm very surprised because before we are going to the America so we practice and the presentation again and again on the and in front of many person and it's like so Japanese foundation Japanese it's a government Japanese foundation like but they Japanese never say like this so I'm really surprised and I also feel like kind of comfortable because so in Japan so I often talking about or it's like why we are very sophisticated man side and the women side so some of my friends like my friends say like I don't think so or you thinking it's very too much so I feel like comfortable because in this university in America often speaking more active speaking about gender and feminism and
あれだよね漫画のね
漫画
のコンテンツ
漫画コンテンツ
エロが増えてきてる
エ
よね
ロティック
エロやると売れるからね
そうですね
何もね金が絡むというか
お金が
そうね
絡むとなんか漫画とかでももともと結構なんかエロの歴史な気がするよね浮世絵とかエロが結構普通に入ってる
そうだね
感じもしますけどOK do you have any other topic likeじゃあ次行きます
じゃああれテレビ
テレビ
The broadcast like the women had for high king voice and just standing next to man the people see man immediately just man is the main person the talk
Yes, and I thought it's more rare also to see unattractive women, but that's I think a worldwide
really
thing. Yes.
How about Australia? It's broadcasting like
Yeah, I think in general women are more judged by their visual appearance, I suppose.
But I don't have TV in my apartment because my apartment is very small. So on my main media it's the laptop
YouTube.
and so I watch in the Al Jazeera like the English broadcasting and this broadcasting it's not same in Japanese broadcasting because it's like
The number of men and women is always equal. Like
just the
men,
women
five.
or just men or more to right equality.
Then the men react to the women what women say. No.
No more more
Well, like in Japanese programs, sometimes men ignore what women say. More like they don't take seriously what they're talking. Like, okay, women say something, you like sweet, like you like lovely, cute stuff. But in the program, men take more seriously. But they.
in Al Jazeera. More equal. So it's like if two people here and the men and women very different Japanese
That kind of topic.
kind of topic over terrorism or weather tourism weather or but yeah on the clothes is different because Japanese broadcasting Japanese women caster clothes is more cute
Yeah, what she talked about. Yeah.
and so our point is the position like women's side and men's side in the broadcasting likeなんて言ったらいいんだろうなんかこうso my point is the so in the in Japanese TV program it's very clearly like so center is a man and the man is a man subject is main subject like but women is like side and serve like and
That's how it used to be also in Europe.
so like like I can see the it's not TV program but the daily life I can see same situation like if the homosocial community and the men men and the women and sitting here and speaking at the divide the role like women like listen or oh that's fine it's nice that men keep talking like maybe maybe very important point because TV program it's not just a fantasy like but bit by bit infection our daily life
なんか例えばさ、なんか展示とかさ、違う展示じゃないけど、それで男と女がいるとするじゃん。そしたら普通にみんななんとなく男がやってるのかなと思うんだよね。男はオーガナイズしてるのかなって。本当はなんかこうコンサートとか見に行っても男と女のデュオがいるとする。そしたらもし女の人が作曲したとしても男が作曲して女の人はそれを助けてるのかなっていう。なんとなくこう一瞬でなんとなくみんな思うのね。だからまず男にあなたが作曲したのって聞くとか。でいや私だしみたいな、っていうのが起こるよね、そういう意識の中でね。
in
the art context, I know like people have duo, man and woman as duo make some performance, and if women make the script and organize the event happen, the audience I think assume men make that stuff happen and women assist.
Right.
men. Or then I think audience must, some audience must ask, what did you like to men's side?
Oh.
Well, you made this script, you made it happen, but actually you made up. I think it's like in the like slightly thing. I really don't like this stuff. I try to not see like this different women and men. Who is a main person to organize this event? Like, yeah, did I?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because
No, like we've been working performing.
Well, I think in Europe generally
No.
performance is kind of female
Dominant.
dominant. Yes, very much.
Very much.
Very much. I think most of the performance art classes would be majority women, and also workshops and things. It's relatively rare to find a man amongst.
Really? But you contemporary dance?
No, I studied a long time ago contemporary dance, but there definitely it's more women.
Okay, but how about choreographer?
But it's more men. Choreographers are definitely more men. But in the like in contemporary art, like fine arts, performance, it's also more women. Maybe not necessarily the famous artists, but definitely like in the groundworks.
Okay.
Korea, what is Korea?
振り付けが要するになんかほら管理職系の人は男なのかな違うんだね。
マジョリティは。
そうだよね。
Yes, certainly.
Because why do you think that women's more involved?
Well, there is a theory that it's because fine arts is definitely male dominant, and performance is a new media which is still has not so much history written, or very little, and so at the time when it came up, women sort of put their foot in because they saw a chance to make work without having the historical pressure, plus
it's also kind of to be seen.
it's also it's the cliche really it's hard to say, but it's the cliche of the female physicality as well, that women are more aware of their body, which is a cliche, but nevertheless I think it has also to do with education, I suppose, or because girls are more allowed to do like dance and things where boys do more, well, they do supposedly do sports, but it's a bit different sphere from performance, I suppose. So that's probably why, because it's a little bit also in video art. There's more women than in maybe painting or sculpture. But maybe by now that's not even true. It's hard to say. But at the time when it started, I think that was the case.
Sometimes I feel like if I'm a man,
Yeah.
I can say more work. Sometimes I feel that, like, because my name,
Oh, certainly.
people can recognize these women. I think these girls will quit making artwork or just like
Certainly.
in painting, right? Because lots of expensive artwork is just made by men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the fine art, it's so man is like a standard, because if so sometimes I participated exhibition and put in like women artists, but if I were man, people writing the man artist. No,
Like we talked about this.
Because so women is the women artist. So
You get like a special tag for being a woman.
Be marked women.
Okay.
Whereas, like, if it's a purely male exhibition, nobody would mention it. Like I said, also I found a book in an art bookshop in Austria once where it said female art, and it was like a modern female art. It was about modern art history, but it was only women artists in this book, and it really upset me because I thought, why do they need an extra book? Why can't it be just a normal book about modern art, and they can be included without pointing it out? Why is it necessary to point it out? But yeah, that's a difficult question, which actually goes also to questions of female quote, of like if there should be 50-50% in exhibition, how to deal with.
I saw the well-known Japan's competition for media art by government. Actually, how to say Shinsai. Shinsai ってなんていうの?
Shinsai.
Please say some comment.
Shinsai.
Shinsai って英語の
It's like this guy sitting here. So some people.
Judgment.
Judgment.
Judge.
So
Judge.
she the jury.
So
Jury.
Jury. Just like 30. There are 30 jury. There's just only one woman. There's
which is pretty much like gay dye.
pretty much like gay dye. So then what will happen means men easy to get prize because men's idea.
Yes.
Jury and men has a men's idea. And men like to work with men. So then
It's like men's structure.
so this natural happen. I understand the women's view somehow. So then like this round of government states
Right. Yeah, I told Kanako before, I was shocked when I entered the first day in gay day.
In the orientation.
In the orientation day, and I saw all the professors of intermediate arts, and there was one woman sitting amongst, I don't know, 16 men.
16 men.
16.
16. Wow.
Which is not like a massive, or like maybe it's all in all 16 teachers, I'm not sure, something around that number. And one woman. I found it for an art university for contemporary art. I was really surprised. This is impossible in.
But
like
that's at the ダメなところね. The bad point about Japan. Japanese people was not surprised at seeing the scene. This is okay. This is normal. This is the problem. That's why we're talking about it. This event.
Of course. And at the same time, there's like a much higher percentage of female students. So
Yes.
where do they go? They all go into homes and have children.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really shocking, or at least they don't get a chance. Probably.
Can I have a question? You talked about this before, that you said in the contemporary arts education, many women.
Many
but
women.
then I wondered, and you mentioned it briefly, and then now again you said it, that then in the professional world, are the numbers very different then? And why do you think that is?
In Japan or in general? I think
Japan, I guess.
I think it's mainly in Japan. Like in Europe, I don't have so much that experience, but here I haven't met many professional female artists, and in the teaching in the university, there's hardly any. Starting even with the assistants. It's really. I'm not sure, but from what I understood, how art university works, for example, you don't apply for becoming a professor. It's not really an open competition. It's more you get invited or you get called in. So basically, it's
kind of a closed market.
They choose simply without any open call. And there, from what I've heard from a friend, it's even unheard of to mention, I would like to become a professor. You can't even do that.
Right.
So
You want to talk from the music college?
I could compare. I studied classical music in England,
right.
and although there's maybe more women studying than men, I would say especially in like string departments and piano, or even these very traditional instruments. There's many less. The proportion is hugely weighted towards men as soon as you get to like the important positions in an orchestra, or especially professors and especially conductors, who are like the most high positions.
Yes.
There's I think any most musicians you asked classical couldn't name any female conductors really, or maybe one or two.
Right.
And I mean, classical music historically is, you know, ridiculously male dominated, but
Yes.
to go from like 50-50 men and women at university and master's level to like 80% men or more immediately afterwards is quite shocking.
Yeah.
Do you think that women have less motivated to promote to higher position, or this?
Only in the sense that the system is
Just
more difficult, maybe, but not
many barriers to
yeah.
keep them to that attitude to be like.
I don't know, but
I've
yeah.
heard. I mean, I have a friend in Germany who is an opera singer. Used to be an opera singer, professional. She's also lesbian,
Oh,
and she said she would have had chances to get really big roles to break through if she would have slept with the right person. Basically, that's what she said. And I from what I've heard, this is kind of the way they
Oh my god.
work in the classical sphere.
Classic.
Yes. And like this person that harassed her even knew that she was a lesbian, that it was not an option for her. So yeah.
she's like, it was not really news. Like it was not huge problem in normal society. Just like kind of in close community.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
She didn't say anybody. Didn't say.
Actually, now I think last year there has been a big law court they went to court with several other women spoke up against his harassment because this person apparently has been known for that, and after many years now, and she joined that act, and and she also is one witness.
Wow.
This is the same 2 years ago
Same?
in my university in the string department.
Classic.
Yeah. It all came out a few years ago, but it was from like the 90s. And
Exactly. So for her, by now she's over 60, so it was several years ago. And imagine the amount of women he met in between. It's
but
scary.
Only several years ago. It's not 100 years ago. Only few years.
It's sort of modern times.
まあどうだろう、日本もあるよね、きっとね。Must happen in Japan.
Yes.
Yes.
There was a coincidence also in Gaydai, which
Which
has been talked about within the last year. I don't know but I think it has been in the news that there was some sexual harassment from a professor, and instead of being kicked out, he has been on sort of a paid suspension for 2 weeks, I think, after the incident, or 2 months maybe, but he was paid, and he just got a paid vacation basically for harassing a student.
日本もね、教授は力あるよね。ヨーロッパは結構教授の力がすごい。権威的だから。
Maybe so Japanese professor and the European professor is very different, the power.
わかんないわかんない。
Not necessarily. No. I've met some incredibly chauvinistic art professors in Vienna as well. No, definitely not. I suppose harassment would be treated differently within the university in Vienna and would not just end in a little suspension. But yeah. Also, I was wondering actually today. I thought because we have a person, or maybe two people actually in the university, which is kind of the office for gender questions, sort of, which is an office that is only there in order to deal with either harassment or with, I suppose, also other thoughts about how to make the atmosphere in the university more equal, how to
deal.
Yeah, how to change like historical ways of, or like all the ways of, and how to support women or queer or gay within a kind of historically male context. And there's an extra office within our art academy, which is not even connected to the main university in Vienna, but it's kind of a smaller scale. And I was wondering, like, I think that doesn't exist here.
It doesn't exist.
No. Not to be honest.
Yeah.
And now, because it's not, the problem is Japanese women are not aware to be attacked when it is.
Yeah.
They want to be more like the ideal women rather than men. Because like, have you heard before like the Joshiyoku? Joshiyoku is people use a lot. I hate that word. Joshiyoku is a women power, girls power.
So.
Like when women show their care to other people and talk with them quietly, bring some nice stuff like plaster. When you cut how to some wound, I have a plaster.
That's girls' power.
Yeah, girls power.
Does it translate to girls power?
I think that's how it translates.
Really?
Quite the opposite. Girls' power.
But Joshi means girls, not women.
Okay.
Women's power. Like
But not specific. Because in like in like Spice Girls.
Yeah, that's what I thought about girls' power.
Their not catchphrase, but the like girl power.
Yeah.
For that generation.
No,
it's like-
that direction.
So Japanese girls' power like that.
Yeah, but it's interesting that it does translate to that.
Something. Serve to something.
Power,
Help.
potential. Strength of women. Like
okay.
Strength. Girl strength.
But it's interesting that it does translate to something similar with such totally different meaning. That's because girl power in the Western society has meant one thing. Girl power here.
I don't know about Spice Girls well, but
No,
they don't care. They try to not care other people or just move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
kind
sort of.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Sort
yeah.
of.
Progress.
They're like
Wow.
strong women and they just go and do what they want.
Okay.
Okay.
I tell you what I want, what I
Yeah.
really want.
But Japanese 女子力 like the Chinese character like directly translates women's power.
Yeah, food for
Interesting.
So then, but women, girls use the word. You have a really 女子力.
Have a potential, so women power.
Isn't it? Well, you use that. And shave hair,
Shave the hair and the women's power.
Yeah.
And big women don't have the hair like me. People say,
Oh, you should shave.
like less 女子力.
Oh, really?
And so before, so Mio talking about the 女子力, women's power, is like the, for example, and so chatting in the someone's apartment and drinking, and Mio is standing and going to the kitchen and drinking the beer, and serve, put on the food, and she's just casual, just kind. But
Yeah.
He is, but her friends like, oh, you have a women.
Really?
Yeah.
I know that.
Maybe 2 years ago.
2 years ago, because people had different diets and they don't want to be served the food for long.
Then you go to
I must get angry.
angry. So you
I'm just a
said
nice
you,
person.
so you said same things 2 years ago. I just kind person like just casually, but so her friend's conclusion is girls.
Oh.
It's not put in the kindly books,
Yeah.
just women's books.
Why? Right. Yeah.
And if you know, keep your eyes on the word, I think you can.
Right.
So I will write Chinese character later. You can find many advertisements
Really?
in magazines.
So then
Sorry.
that's why the
Wow.
Japanese women are afraid of being not embarrassed to be not women made by advertisers. Then the advertisers company can sell more products because they feel I need to shave hair.
Well, that's
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
also
yeah.
an international subject about shaving and
Shaving.
and other but in other makeup industry inventions that are necessary for women, which are not necessary for men. Or it's like
Yeah, they make a
that's-
standard.
they make a standard of what women should buy or shouldn't.
Yes, I make a nice sample. This is Japanese way.
Ah, okay.
And then, like if in Japan, if advertising company make, if you take shoes on
Yeah.
from right side, which is rude.
Aww.
Like for example.
For
For example, if the broadcast said often a lot,
Yes.
if people understand the concept, don't
Then
know why
they
the
will
concept
not do
is,
it.
but just okay.
I have to do it
You
this
have to do
way.
this, and even the people see the person did wrong.
It's like they're rude.
Hey, this is rude. You need to like this is the way. Then they try to make gender more. Say,
Like a bigger gap.
yeah, bigger gap because women should be this. They need to buy this product. Men should be this.
Right.
It's more,
And where do queer people and homosexual people, where do they end up in Japan? I've been wondering that as well.
homosexual. But
It exists, but it's like.
I think quite relaxedly.
But so my friends coming from Taipei, and so she's Taiwanese, and she stay in about 3 months in Japan and
Right.
for her work, and so she asked me, so why so Japanese so homosexual and
Yeah.
lesbian, like in front of
Other
the-
people.
so in the couple and the
Holding hands.
hand in hand, like so in the Taipei is a normal and more clearly expression, like so we
more
are
open.
partner more open, but
Well, in Japan, I mean, that's general, not so much part of society to
No,
show
not even
that you're a
men do
couple.
it.
Yes. Okay.
and so like other the industry is the target is very different.
But I feel like for homosexual, that in the law, it's not really treated kind to them. But in society, they kind of don't
So
have
society is more
This
kinder
more-
than
kind of
the-
accept. Okay, but I don't think people think they are human, same humans. We're just more like character.
comic.
Kana.
Because it's also from kabuki, no? Sort of like there's a bit of a tradition of
like
men dressing as women.
Yeah,
and so
quite relaxed about sports. じゃあな、どうかな。
I mean, like, I don't maybe.
Is there a big gay community in Tokyo?
Shinjuku.
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 But I think that in Christian, as for strict rule for, react more overwhelmed against gay lesbian.
Yeah.
Japan's
Yeah,
more like,
definitely.
okay,
Yeah.
Right.
don't care. That's
More mild.
That's why they don't set any new rule for them. Just don't care.
Just don't care.
There's some
Yeah.
Christianity Japan.
Yeah. Catholicism.
そう、カトリックがゲイの人いないとか、教会に。そういうのはしない。
なんか
わざわざ
just casually
そう
just
なんか
casually
まあいいんじゃんみたいな
I don't like it's a
ね
gay community and because I'm Christian Japanese society like just casually like
そうなんかそんな考えてもいないから多分法律もできないんだけどねほらなんかこうね渋谷は結婚できるんだっけね
so these days in Shibuya
じゃあ
and only Shibuya district
の
can marry in the so if partner same
ゲイ
sexuality they can marry it. But it's not national law. It's not only Shibuya district.
Really?
Mm.
That's interesting.
But
うちの学校いっぱいいたけどねなんか別に
But I mean, women are also more casually pushed to the side in Japan.
まあそうねそうそうそうそう
Maybe it's similar.
そうそうじゃあ皆さん言いたいことがあったらあ戸籍ですか戸籍いきますか
戸籍
戸籍ちょっと知らなきゃいけないからちょっとね戸籍戸籍
じゃあ、うりちゃんが最近結婚した話とかしていい？
いいよ
So Mio these days the marriage
Got married.
yeah, but she married in the Berlin.
そう
Because of 戸籍が嫌だ。
complicated.
Complicated reason.
reason.
So in Japan have a system. So only Japanese family legislations because only have Japan and the Korea and the Taiwan and the other country just individual like identifications.
Yeah,
So the family clearly family treated the city hall
So
like having the
your
document.
country as citizen. Birth
Yes,
certificate,
it's individual plus usually the parents are
Parents.
mentioned, but not the grandparents or like other family members.
Okay, so then koseki is just I read. Koseki is an official document that every Japanese citizen has, and it tells you about your birth date, birth address, parents, names, etc. People usually have it registered to the birthplace. If you know where your koseki is registered to, as well as your family's official Japanese name in Japanese writing. Each koseki has a head of the family unit, head, listed at the far right, as well as a honsekichi, the owner's symbolic home, described in more detail later on. You must know what both of these. But anyway.
so
これ
koseki this subject
これだ
point
待ってちょっと待ってin theこれでいいかなわかるかな Koseki is held at the municipal offices in the town, city or village for the honsekichi in the event that an individual on a koseki of which they are not the head of marries and creates a new family unit. A note is made in the new koseki which states the name and honsekichi of the koseki from which they seeded. When Japanese marry foreigners, they from their own koseki. Women can also have their own koseki in the case of mukoyushi, when a man is adopted by the family of his wife. You likely find that both forms of record contain a wealth of information.
So when they say head of the koseki, they mean the man.
Yes, yes, head. The Japan. Like I'm when I ask a document received because I need to show to the German government and the head, my father.
Right.
And I'm just like daughter
You're
of
just
him. Then just
part
my
of the
name,
family body.
yeah, and wife.
Oh.
And Kyoko, who's my wife. No, who's my wife? No, who's my mother.
Your mother, right?
Like that. So then when I trace, when I see
her honsekichi, because she married with my father, and her honsekichi, her original place, became his place, and she had two heads, two men, my father and father's father, grandfather, like.
Every boss is a man.
Yeah, yes, like man. I'm just like something untouched.
Every family leader is man.
So then when both Japanese get married, they need to change family name.
Right.
The woman
Takes the main
takes the
name.
main name.
Yes.
Means
That's-
always women got the second position of the
But
family.
that's also an international tradition that people take the male name and
Yeah.
to become sort of what's the word? Eigentum. There we go with secret German words.
But you can choose you can keep your family name after.
Nowadays.
Okay.
But traditionally, you take the male name, and also traditionally you would, of course, leave your family home and bring some goods into the new house, and then you just also part of the body. Actually, it's kind of like you're owned by your father as well, and your father gives your hand to your husband, and then he owns you. That's sort of the traditional idea.
Yeah, but still
Yes.
carry on. Japan still carry on.
Right. It's like marriage ceremony. Like,
Right.
hanami.
Yeah.
So women walking the road and with her father.
But this is kind of Western way.
That's Western way.
This is
Yeah,
Western
that's
way,
the
not
giving
Japanese.
the hand to the husband. Yeah. That's the
They
Western.
come from Western.
But I can't accept this paper. Actually, just paper. People say just paper. I hate this. I just
Right.
kind of part of wife of this man head.
Yeah.
Family head.
It's not equal.
But in German way, I just keep my family name. Just like separate, just individual people. Make some family. So this is probably.
Yeah, looks is just paper, but this is a system.
Social
System.
So like children born from the parents didn't get married, they kind of not allowed to get some. So it's not.
Bastard.
Oh. Right.
Like, they can't have the same rights because they not inside the family.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Well, that's not anymore the case in Europe, but
That's when
it's
they
certainly.
change it.
I'm not sure, but I know, for instance, my grandmother. She, first of all, she had 3 children with 3 men without being married first, which was a big problem in the Austrian Catholic countryside. And I mean, I've never met her, but I've always wondered how she did that. And she managed to, she inherited from a farmer, from a very old man that she worked for. She inherited his farm. And but the moment she married my grandfather, it was his farm. So legally, she, as a married woman, she could not own a farm
Because of
that was legal. That was right. That was the law in, and would that have been, I suppose, in the 40s? So it's not so long ago.
Okay.
That, you know, I mean, I'm not sure when these rules changed, but
like there are some.
it's still 20th century. Like it was still normal.
1914.
1940, around
1940.
19. Probably after the Second World War. Actually,
40.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah, my grandmother passed away recently. And my mother said, sorry, can you stop it? Okay. No, anyway.
Yeah, I think so Japanese and the Japanese society problem is every think everything is treated as in casually. Doesn't have a thinking or doesn't have a because if one people so very very hard distinguished like for example like if you are women so you have to ride a distrain when you go into office. If you are women if you are men you can ride the more fast train going to office. It's like for example, so more very visible like.
Men can take fast train.
Now
なんかもし電車に乗るときに男の方が速い電車に乗れて女の方が遅い電車に乗るとかそれがクリアだったらみんな気づくんじゃないかなっていう。なんでもない。
I think I understood you were saying.
そんぐらいだったら気づくってこと。
Because I think Japanese important point is it's not philosophy. It's Japanese wish like do the happy daily life. Spend family with family so happy and going to the shopping, going to the karaoke, and it's like it's just a modest daily life. But koseki is so if just do the daily life and koseki is just paper and koseki leader is a father. So family trees, every family tree leader is a father, the man side. It's but just paper. But so if Japan is more changing, more influenced, so daily life more distinguished.
Then men can take the fast train. I think people will get used to it. Japanese people get used to it. This is okay, general scene. Okay, of course, then women try to get fast train. Oh, it's rude. The women so rude. This is Japan for me. Yeah, it's really easy.
Terrible.
でしょ、そんぐらいやったら気づくかも。気づかないんじゃないかな。
But this is a classical patriarchic behavior to say women are rude if they try to do the same. Like in English, I suppose it's bossy. Women are bossy and the men are the strong leaders. So it's like, it's a general, I think in most languages you have these kind of words that depict strong women that know what they do and where they're going as something negative, whereas the men are the strong, heroic characters.
That's what she said. Like she said, Japanese just focus on having the daily life. Daily life to spend it happily.
In general, I found that it's a bit dangerous zone to be critical in Japan. Like many people are incredibly careful because you don't want to offend anybody, and it's very important to be polite. So even in art university, even regardless of gender, just general critics is very rare that somebody would say something about another person's artwork.
Feel the tension in the thematic.
It's it would not. It's very rare to happen that somebody asks a question, why did you choose to do that, or how do you think about this part of your work? And that I found even also like, how do you learn to make art? How do you make it better if you don't get challenged enough? Or also, how do the fellow students learn how to challenge themselves or people around them? How will they become professors if they cannot even start questioning what's around them? So they cannot question a bigger scale as a society either. How, if you don't, like your little sub-society in the university, if you cannot be critical about that, I think it's almost impossible to be critical about the big picture
Yeah,
of society.
yeah.
So that's
yeah, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I deeply understand. Art students only studying
I
like
think they have to mention in high context, so they assume they know each other really well, or just say like but really high context happen.
Yeah.
So they think they don't need to talk, but they're thinking.
Yeah.
So they
Mm,
somehow like 70%, I think, understand what they're thinking actually
Right.
in society.
Right.
So then means if I say something different, they more enjoy, not enjoy, just the more different is more peaceful. For
Yeah.
them. But in art,
I mean, also, I remembered now that I told Kanako about this story about a Scottish friend that was also an exchange in Gaydar
you both have to.
in the painting department, and she had to make a presentation. Actually, I think about her life. So not just about her portfolio, but about her life. So she was talking about feminism at some point, and I can't remember what she said because I wasn't there. She just told me afterwards. But she told me that one of the fellow students who was a woman, she said something like, "Oh, really? Like in Scotland, you're not equal. It's not equal. Like as if in Japan, it was equal, and basically Scotland was behind as
Really?
being."
oh my god.
Yeah, so she felt like absolutely shocked. The Japanese woman felt shocked that my friend even had to think about this subject because in Japan it's complete equality. And that was in art university, which is usually in Gaydar. Yeah, Gaydar.
Painting class.
ペインティングクラスで、
Yeah.
スコットランドの
スコットランド。
がもっとあれなの。
She came.
なん
She
か
she
日
was
本の学
Scottish.
生が、
うん。
スコットランドって男女平等じゃないの？
そうそう
日本の方がひどく
どう
ない？
なの？スコッ
でスコ
トランド
ットランドの人
スコット
は
ランドいいっしょって普通でしょ。
って
芸大の女の子は
日本の女の子が
男女平等だと思ってんだ。
スコットランドの人がわーってフェミニストとかしてなんか
あ、ごめんなさい、そういうことごめんなさい。
スコットランドってかわいそうだなって日本と平等だと
やばいね。なんかそのセンスのなさが
やばいね。
やばいね。
Yeah, and so I remember the episode. So my friend also making a works relation with her body, and she's also deeply thinking of feminism, and she described and in her class like so about feminism and what is she thinking about her body, how to be treating, and so she tried to exchange opinion and a student, and so she asked to the other friend like, what do you think in Japanese society, men and women is very different, but one student like say like I don't think so because movie theater have a ladies day. Ladies day
This is equal.
discount, but the ladies day could discount 300 yen only 300 because the
For me, that ladies day is more offensive.
yeah
yeah.
and also
It's positive discrimination.
Yeah, positive discrimination.
but she now in the maybe sophomore in the classes, maybe their classmate 29 or 22 years old. It's kind of childish answer like
あ、でも女子校だよね。
yeah I'm graduate girls high school
グレーズハイスクール。
これはムサビ
そうだよね。いやでもなんかさ、中高共学の子ってさ、生徒会長とか男なんじゃないかなって。
それ
私全員女だからさ。
ああなんか
そのなんつうんだってね。なんつうクラスのリーダーって。
なんか so we graduate girls high school and but so every role so every position is a women and both is class leader, boss is a student leader, grade leader is a woman. But I feel like if I were in the like mixed school, I don't know what.
Did you went to I think in Japan, I think that's I have an image. Really strict. Teacher is really strict, and like a uniform student. Then they have a leader, the union, class union.
Like the class union, like
president of the
boss of
student.
all of students. Like
And they may have the account manager, like
Right.
so. Then I think kind of the always leader.
Yes.
It's boy, and the girls think always leader is boy. This is not.
Yes.
So I always saying girls are always women.
Yes.
We changed the school actually by ourselves. So then this is I think big gives the impact on people
Right.
what they see. Who is a leader
Mm.
in childhood. So
And also what they experience by themselves as being leader.
yeah, because I think nervous to be head
Of course.
whole school. I'm not the kind of person, but
Taking responsibility is
it's
always scary.
always scary. But also because I just feel some effect by society somehow.
Yeah.
This is my personality, or also I'm afraid of being woman to be leader.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I think this being afraid of responsibility is a big, big part of slowing down equality as well. Because of course, for women, it's comfortable to take the passive role.
Yeah.
You know, you have. Maybe it's even, we said also, maybe it's even easier to study something like art because you don't have to take the responsibility afterwards and make money with it necessarily. Like you could just get married. So that's, there's a comfort in being passive, and I think that's why many women are not like aware of the disadvantage it gives them, because the step of taking responsibility for their action and for their life is more scary than just going, no, it's okay, this is normal, I'm fine.
True. Now the Japanese women want to be housewife than before, so they're scared to go.
Yeah, you said so. Because the world is a scary place. Yes, certainly. And then there's also a question: how do you deal with these inequalities? Like, how do you encourage women to take that responsibility for themselves? And how do you?
But society is designed by men.
It
That's
is.
why that's why it's difficult to.
Of course, but there's also male feminists. Fortunately, fortunately, and there should be more. Because. Like what we talked about with my roommates as well, feminism is not just for women. It's not excluding men, and I think we have to say that on the radio. It's really important. It's not just for women. It's not just for gay. It's not for queer. It's for equality, which means that even the man in the power position, the white heterosexual or whoever, gets the right to be weak, to choose. To be physical, to be sensual, to be sensitive, to be whatever is connotated female. And that's one of the most important parts. It's not exclusive.
Men has more pressure by society here.
Definitely.
Like TV.
Definitely.
In the morning, there are lots of programs just focus on
male power.
No, it's more household info.
Right.
And hey wife, like hey household wife.
So wife live all over Japan.
Men watching the TV program, I feel guilty. Why I'm staying at home? I need to go work. Then because for men, they don't have to. They are really attacked by the gender sexist as well. So like in the daytime, there's just few men working there.
Yes.
In Tokyo.
women more.
And of course, also it's like a double-sided, how do you say, edged sword. It's clear. It's like for women that go to work, they are the bad mothers because they leave the children at home, and the father that would take care of the children instead would be definitely the weirdest outsider in the housewife society, which is not an easy position either. So yeah, it's about changing both sides. And I think I
was going to say, like, because you talk now about changing these things and how difficult that is. Is there, like, what should change first and how? Because the law can change to help these things in very practical ways.
Like quarter.
No, actually, no. I was going to say more things like childcare.
yes,
like,
exactly.
Because instead of forcing a quota or something, which is also, there's a place for that, but yeah, like childcare, just like these paper things, like subtle things. The paper is set one way, but with childcare, I don't know what it's in Japan, but if it was that men can have the childcare salary, or the women
no,
can
just
have
boss hates men take the baby and okay.
Exactly, yeah. So if it was in the law, like, then that's the thing that helps change the societal norm. And then the man might not feel so good. Looks at the husband looks at I can take 3 months off to look after the baby as well. Okay, let's do that. But if it's not there, then
It's not an option.
It's not an option, and it's wrong to do that.
Yeah.
But what, do you know what? In Japan, you say.
In Japan, there is a rule.
Is it possible for men to take?
But even my sister tried to have off.
Yeah.
But the boss like, you try to have off again. No, even normal off. Then if a man say I want to have maternity. Then the boss say, if you take this, you can't promote anymore. You lose your job. You lose your career. So then.
Okay.
Wow.
It's like a threat.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Because for the promote in Japan is more like relationship with the boss. If they boss like him or her, they can go.
That's kind of a worker protection issue as well, like workers' rights issue. Because if that situation was to happen, I mean it still does, but if it was to happen in Germany, then the boss,
I think that
would be criminally like he would
punishment.
You could take him to court then.
Yeah.
True.
Could.
If he said anything like that or suggested or.
Yes.
That's like power harassment.
ドイツでは男の人は子供も休日取れないとハラスメント。
なんか上司がそういうこと言ったらもう裁判にかけられる。だから文化で起こるの待ってると来ないから法律で全部取れ法律からこう変えていかないとみんなやらない。だからドイツとかヨーロッパ結構あれじゃない？北欧とかは無理やり法律をさ打ち込んでっていうので。だから法律大事なんだよね。法律大好きなんだけどさ、法って大事だよね。法の意識があんまないじゃん。日本って。そう。法はさ、人を自由にするために作るでしょ。なのになんか違うんだよね。法は人を制限するためにみたいなイメージだからさ、そうじゃない。
守ってみるとか。
そう。法の下でやる
でも私なんか男女雇用機会均等法のやつを読んだんですよ、これ前。たらなんか女性らしく母性を大事に働けるようにって書いてあって。So I researched and so the Japanese law and so men and women so equality in the office and this is established in maybe 1989. So I read so given this radio so some sentence is very weird because so this law is made for the women and women can work like by more with femininity. Like, so it's not equality. More, it's not so discover, but it's not equality. Like, so women can work more work, so more. So office have to provide the more good environment. But so women have motherhood. This women, every women have a motherhood. So women
naturally. Nobody would choose anything else.
So it's like so it's like a very weird sentence. So in Japan, so Japanese prime minister, so belong to the Democratic Japanese Party, and he often said like so women could be bright, women could be more happy, and but I feel like
that's another thing you see a lot in advertisement. It's brides.
Really
what you say to me, I'm alright.
I don't want to be bright. I'm just more
like
naturally.
I make you bright, like make me bright.
So
Thank you.
Thank you, but no thank you. It's like, but if the private company making an advertisement for getting more good sales, and women could be bright if you using this cream or this mascara.
Right.
It's just funny. So just decided to don't buy these companies, but this is law. So law admire, so like so women have a motherhood.
Right.
So if this is private company, just don't buy this merchandise. But this is law, so we can't avoid our walking.
Right.
We can't run away.
Yes. Yeah, but it's everyday life. Even entering the train, I remember on a Tsukuba Express, you have the female cars now, and also in other trains, which is supposed to save you from harassment, which I'm not even sure I would call it positive discrimination, but it certainly is discrimination, because as a woman, if you enter another car, it's basically they make it your responsibility. It's your fault to get harassed because you're not in a women's car. So it's not actually protecting, but it's actually just putting you to the side and still allowing harassment to
What
happen.
happens when you step off the train?
It's really tricky, this kind of supposedly positive for women actions.
How many women are in government?
Really cute. Really cute.
あ、今日あるじゃん。
あ、そうそうだ。小池百合子はね、なるかもしれないね。
ガーメン
めっちゃ歌手だよ。
管理職マネージャーまだ
Managing position.
あるよ、ほら。2015年の less than 8%.
Less than 8%.
Less than 8%. And the rank is 147, 83 p. 83. 何これあら、待ってね。あ、いいねいいね。11%。I think the worst country is in a developed country.
Because that will have a lot to do with how laws are made and the
Yeah, or
words
just
that
I
are
think
used.
meant to vote. People don't vote for the candidate.
They don't vote for because of the narrative, the story that women.
Yes, people. That's why like men is a candidate. Women is just they not candidate. But now this Tokyo mayor would be.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if she's a nice person or not, but
Yeah, well,
I'm really surprised. Oh, really? Something happened.
yeah.
They probably six candidates for the Tokyo president. Tokyo
Mayor.
Tokyo mayor. The two people is a women. But this is
From the country.
yeah, one person is from cult region party. And so before we this presentation, so I researched this paper. It's like proportion. It's the how many people and how many women put in the position higher. It's like manager. Very low in Japan.
この国会議員って何人いるんだろうね。すごい多いんだよ。
It was also 8.9% or something, right?
9.2.
9.2, so it's about the same as the government, I suppose.
国会議員は何人いるんだろう。
Interesting.
722人。で、722 is a whole member of government. 84 is.
You can hold it.
Ah, thank you. What countries is this? Is this the?
It says something.
I mean, what selection is it? Is it?
I was also wondering, but there's like, it seems like a random selection of countries.
Okay.
I suppose slightly, or maybe it has to do with economic
Okay.
strength or something. Could be.
I wondered what China was like.
Right, that would actually be
That would be
the
interesting.
economic strength
But
wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
China.
population women kind of vague, isn't it? China.
I don't
I
have no
don't know,
idea.
no,
That's
no,
all.
no.
And it seems
It's
there's quite a lot of
cool,
big
yeah,
cultural
China is-
differences. But I wonder if that
Yes.
was similar or different. We
Oh.
can find out later.
はいですね。
Right, we should do more research. Right.
じゃあ時間になりました。
これ聞いてるしいいのかな。申し訳なくて。
なんだっけ。
I think what we should still say is what we were saying to our friend about exhibition and how many women are in exhibition. I think that's still important to say as a practical thought. Maybe it's not necessary to make an exhibition 50% women and 50% men and force that division, but to just look a bit more for the females that are working around you and that maybe are not advertising themselves loud enough and maybe are not visible enough because they have been educated not to be. So it is a bit more effort to find female artists and that maybe fit into whatever you want to work with in your exhibition, but it's possible. So,
And so 50%, 50%, and so if some people hear about this thinking
yes.
and thinking about too much, but
Yes.
I wonder what is purely I, because
right.
every artworks made by of course person, and this person having the each one having a sexuality, men or women, or
Yes.
it's like
Or anything in between.
but it's purely I just this works very nice, just purely. In fact, 80% is man, 20% is women.
Yes.
But if society, like artistic society, more man model, or so it's not man language, made of a man language, or made of a man structure, and
Male perspective. Male
so
history.
so I wanna
Yeah.
say what is
purely in your eyes.
Right.
Because every people is be marked, so label, have been label. Should thinking about this.
Yes.
Yeah, like, I'm not interested in like a talk event. It's like event, just an only event consists. Actually happen a lot in Japan, isn't it? Like, yeah, today we have a talk event with like talking about contemporary art in Japan.
Right.
We invited 3 guests, men.
Yes.
Okay, not go.
Yeah.
It's not real because they don't think any contemporary sense, modern sense to. They don't think this is weird shape of the shape. So it means that they can't talk about contemporary art anymore. So ね。
どういうこと？
なんか全部ゲストをね、
いや男だったら
もし現代アートについて語りますってするじゃん。今世界に起きてるした時に全員が男だったらこの人現代アートなんて分かってないんじゃないかな。そのセンスがその現代を語るセンスっていうのがないのに、なんで現代アートについて語るんだろうって興味がなくなるっていうか。だからそれでこうちゃんとこうさ、そういうのがなんとなくこういう流れがあるなっつってこうちゃんとできてるところはちゃんとしてるなと思っていきたいな。
And so this exhibition, thinking like the from the artist collective, and some member can organize it's like Facebook post. So this event is very popular, most popular. So 860 people watching, but it's like other events like 400 or 200. So I think because
みんなちょっと見たい。
because this is English.
あ、そんなにやばいよ。
If
全然知らんの。
if I speaking in Japanese, maybe more less. I think.
そうだね。日本語でもねやりたいけどね。
And so every year I make the program talking about feminism, and last year I also making about feminism. So it's, I talking with the artists and linguistic researcher and relation with gender and linguistic issues. And so I think some people say to me, looks too much because three women coming and talking about gender. It's like so uncomfortable. So, but I think to making the event, so speaking about feminism, gender, or sexism, is speaking is very important. So that's why I make, and so why I making this event in English? So because very opposite reaction. My Japanese friends and any other country friends, like my Japanese friends talking about feminism, gender. 鈍い？
ああ、そんなのやるんだみたいな。
you're curious. Like, any other country get more curious about this. That's why.
みんな多分不思議がってるよね。この国ちょっと大丈夫？この国なんかそういう話がね、なんかザ・ガーディアンなんかしたらもうザ・ガーディアン狩りがすごくない？セクシスト大好き、狩りが好きな。
So I think so. Japan is a very weird country. So see from other country because gender equality, gender gap is very wide. And, but feminism and gender and sexism is not main topic in among the young people. But we are artists to promote more. Of course.
It's important.
Thank you so much listening.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。